So spirit is willing. Huh? So what is Jesus trying to tell the apostles here? He said, do not go to sleep. Keep up praying. Stay with me. Stay up. Wait a second, guys. There's something behind this. Who's going to tell me this? Huh? Until I answer this message. Okay. So, what is he saying? He's saying what? He's saying... So Satan can always deceive us through the flesh, right? Okay, so he's saying to them, La? Jesus said, don't go to sleep. He said to the apostles, stay up another hour. Because the soul wants to. Wow. Have you seen when a man is drunk and he can't control himself? He just wants to get somewhere to sleep, right? Because he can't control his body, right? So imagine the soul wants to stay up, but the body is drunk. The body wants to sleep. What is the difference between sleeping and being awake? Talk about it.
Dark and light. If you're sleeping, you're in the dark.
You're in the light.
Your mind's
Beautiful.
comparable.
Abati?
Your mind's comparable.
Okay.
Shamasha.
Which one? Oh, you don't.
There's
What
a
is the
parable
mind of
about,
that?
yes.
Talk.
Shamasha, مشي خميرة اللي ودوشا من قخاصات إلى عن المخلة إذا أيش انتهى من سطعنا لا شيء شموشنا إن بجنة تشيخة وطيلة طلية.
You see, guys? Talk.
Shamasha, the way I see it, soul is heavenly and body is earthly. So body needs earthly stuff.
So what is this?
I feel like sometimes, like even when we're trying to read, I'll talk about myself, when I'm trying to read, it's like my soul wants it and my heart wants it, but it's like laziness or disruption or something happens, or I get sleepy as I'm reading, you know? And it's literally, I can translate it to that, to me, is that Jesus is telling me, hey, read, you know, I want you to know what I want to tell you, but then here I am falling asleep, and then Satan controlling my body, but my spirit is absolutely led by the light of Christ, you know what I mean, and wants to read his word.
So this is what it is. Talk. Wait, Mia?
شماشة يعني مرة المقوي من الروخة لا الفقرة مقوي من الروخة جاوخن لا الفقرة ويمون خيلان بروخة قد ما صيتن عابتن هما شويك.
You know, guys, you need to pay attention to one thing, because if people stay up, and what does Jesus want them to stay up for? To do what?
To pray.
To pray.
To pray.
Why?
Yeah.
Because we said when we're praying, we're talking to God, right? So همزومة ومن علينا ليه وخمزومة بالبقرة همزومة وبتروخة. We're not talking by the flesh, we're talking by the soul.
Yeah.
So the only thing is the body is the element for the soul to stay up. So you can talk. If the body is sleeping, you can't talk. But you're going to say, wait a second, but I'm talking by the soul. No. You have the free will. You have to choose. You have to do. See, that's the difference. A lot of people say, why didn't God just do this? Why didn't Jesus say, you know what? Stay up, don't sleep, right? Then you become robots. Then you become slaves. And it's the free will. And that's the difference. But then if we go to, for a second, if we go to Romans 8, 26, 27, what do we see there? What do we see in Romans 8, 26, 27? What do we see there, guys? Romans 8, 26, 27. What does it say there? Fran, read it for us. It's a best book, Romans 8, 26, 27. Go ahead, please.
In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness.
We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans, and He who searches our heart knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God.
Isn't that something? So the Spirit prays for us. The Spirit intercedes. It means it goes and it prays. And what does it say to God? رابع سبايك رابع بسورة قال ما قال بسورة ما نكن سورة إلى داليا إيه
هدخل أبروخا تخير زبنونا ليه داخل صالح إن أبروخا بجانجي هرتل من جيبان بكان خياتي لقت المنزومة هاو شي سقسة لبواته يطير رعيانة روخا سبب روخا شي هرتل من جيب الحديشة أخسو يامت آلاها.
So what does the Spirit do? So the Spirit doesn't only go and prays for us, but it goes praying with supplication. It cries for us because we're hurting inside. Something is weak, and it's our flesh. Because there is more for the flesh than there is for the soul. Itinraba min diyanet inakam aina inakam bagra. Etlitin kayana gana hiç min dileba bas bala sluta. That's all what the soul wants. It's that prayer. But the flesh has a lot to deal with. There is more for the flesh than there is for the spirit, for the soul. So that is why to seek that kingdom, it's a small thing, but at the same time it's a big thing. Because that's all what the Spirit wants. It just wants to sit there and talk to God. So if the apostles stayed up, what would have been the difference? What would have been the difference for them staying up and for them not staying up? What happened? What is the difference? Because don't forget, this is the night that they're going to arrest Jesus Christ. Right? So what was the difference that Jesus was asking them? But don't forget, they have the free will. لمن شيئتون أني إنا خيرة بترزاية أني برشيوم دي باي إنا مودي تاوي وفرقوتا إن هذا بيدا بخبرة مشيخة. I'm sorry, what did you say?
No, not. قلت لا يطيوا على المشيخة أمنا من ثاني because كل دامي اللغة هذا.
Yeah.
They would have been stronger in their faith. So
Basmayana, beautiful, yes. That's why Jesus said, when they come, you all will run away. They would have not run away, they would have known the truth. See? When you are awake and you are talking to God and something is about to happen, you will see among people, there is always one that is not scared. جوبرنا شو تهمش انتهى خمندي خقوانتا هويا همش بخزيت خناشة إنا بضايع شرارة قمودي سبب إلى بطروخة جدو دقيقة إباشا جليتا قديمة. When we are living in soul and spirit for that minute, it's revealed to us. Not to be worried, not to be scared. That is why they got scared and they ran away. And that is why they pulled the sword instead of pulling the word. If you knew the truth, you're not going to run away. Because God reveals things to the faithful. See? And that's why did Satan make them go to sleep? He did not want them to know the truth. Because he didn't know the truth himself. They would stand strong. So they would not gonna run away from the Romans and from the Pharisees. They would just stay still. They would have been calm. You've seen some people, they're so calm. It doesn't matter, there's a disaster around them. They're just standing there because they know this was about to happen. They know something bad was going to happen. And they're very calm and collected. And that is the difference between faithful people that have faith, that they believe. Because all what they will be doing all that night, talking to God. Imagine if you're sitting talking to God all night and a disaster is about to happen. And God will lead you exactly.
I feel like that's exactly how they describe the Holy Spirit, as confidence. So I feel like, you know, when we're hesitating, we're going back and forth, maybe if any of those, it is not the Holy Spirit speaking, because if the Holy Spirit is speaking, it is standing still what you said in faith.
That's my job. And that is the truth. Once you are in the spirit, once you are in the moment, because that is the only GPS that can take you to God. The only way that you're gonna find the right way is through the soul. The spirit prays for you. Imagine the spirit goes to God and it prays for you because you are breaking inside, you are dying inside, you are crying inside. The only one that knows that truth is you, the spirit. And that same spirit would have revealed to them the pain that they were going to go through if they just stayed up. It means just stay with the spirit. The idea is to stay with the spirit, not with the flesh. See? وهي لفرقوتا إيمان تخيغ بدجانا وإيمان تخيغ بتفغرة. ناس تخيغ بتفغرة ياتي ويازي لا يتموا إلى برايا. People that live by the flesh, they come and they go, they don't know nothing what's happening. They don't know nothing. But only the people of God knew things. That's why prophecy came to us. It was revealed, not through their flesh, through their spirit. And that is how it came to us. Okay, and then Philippians 4, 6 through 7. It's the people's favorite.
Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. With thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
Read that part again for me. I like that part.
And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
So the peace of God surpasses all of man's understanding. How does that work?
لا أخليكم خلق عن مندي إلا بكل مندي بصوته وفلفلتها عم شاطرها مقروا بقوياتهم الآلهة وشلامد آلهة هاو شلامد ديلة أضل من كل برميتها بتناطر لبواتوخن ورعيانوخن بإيشا مشيخة
ديلة أضل من كل برميتها شلامة تقيشوا مشيخة شلامة آلهة ديلة أضل من كل برميتها surpasses all the understanding. What did God say? God said, my ways from your ways are as far as heaven from earth. My thoughts from your thoughts are as far as heaven from ما تخمنياتي من تخمنياتوخن إن رخك مخشمية من أرعى. And my ways from your ways are as far as heaven from earth. So how can creation understand creation? I will have mercy on whom I want to have mercy. God said. Right? I will have mercy on whom I want to have mercy. So what is this understanding that is so hard for us to understand the Creator? Why is it so hard for us to understand the Creator? But yet, King David became a prophet in God's heart. Before God asked, King David knew. That is the relationship between man and God. That is how when you talk to God. That's how when you pray to God. That's how when your soul get that close, your spirit with God. That is what happens. You have a little bit Maria. Then you know what's in the heart of God. So God reveals it to you. But then, when the understanding of man will never be able to understand God, and yet we know the depth and the width and the height of the love of God for us, which is the cross of Jesus Christ. Why aren't things revealed to us? Why can't this creation understand the Creator easier? What's happening? Why can't things be revealed to us? Why can't we understand? Why is it so hard? Kamodi barnasha lelem sayam taya eldaya parmeta ila khahat khajurta ila wara aw shlamat ila jualaha aw khubat ila jualaha kamodi barnasha lelem sayam taya Allah. Why there is no love? Why there is no peace in man the way it is in God? Why?
حب الزورة شهارة
Shuhara. Why? You guys notice? Even Christians among themselves, they don't have that peace. Even a family, one family doesn't have that peace anymore. Even a husband and wife don't have that peace anymore. Why are we losing our fight to Satan? أمو مخسارة بلاشن قصاطان حب التملك أنا It's always about me. So لا همزم غباسة لمهم همزم غباسة بهمنا. We have no right to talk about the unbelievers. We have to talk about the believers. We have to talk about our home first before we talk about our neighbor. Why there is no love among ourselves? Why there is no forgiveness among ourselves, but yet we call ourselves Christians? We call ourselves believers. We read the Bible, but then for something small that we get tested with, our bitterness come out before anything. Why?
We're not connected with God 100%.
We are not connected with God 100%. That 100% came today twice. How about 90?
شماشة سات أب برنامج الكتاب زبون بهمنوثة ليدة وليلة بشماطة كانت طبعا
No. Don't go on Zebbenut. I'm talking about faithful. Again, you see, this is where we go wrong. We're always going to shoot at the people that are weak in their faith. No, we're talking about people among ourselves, sitting in this room. Okay? We're talking about us. Okay? I can't hear you. There's a wall between me and you.
Real love.
Real?
love.
Real love.
I feel like even as believers, and when we start, claiming that we know God and we are righteous, that's exactly where we fall. Because among the believers, you should never, there's one thing that I feel like Christ, well, everything he said is absolutely amazing, and, glory to him, but it's, when you say, think of the person standing in front of you better than you, I feel like if we can just do that, a lot of problems will just kind of like fall away. And it's like when you become a believer, you start thinking you're better in a certain way, and that's when you should pull back and say, God humble you for thinking that way.
So that humbleness. So she goes back again, she hits the humbleness. And that humbleness came because of your repentance, huh? So when we all repented, we all sinned, and the best people that worked for God, they were the sinners. The people that